Today I want to show you how you can basically prepare yourself for the New York trading session so that you can then catch those amazing trades like I did today, for example. So without talking too much, bro, let's just delete absolutely everything and let's go straight into action. Let's turn off the indicators. Okay, so before we start, okay, you want to go to 15-minute chart, okay? Then when you are on 15-minute, you mark the beginning of New York trading session. For example, we are right now here. You see this red line represents the beginning of New York session. And then what do? You mark the most important fair value gaps on 15-minute chart, and you mark the closest high and the closest low that have to be swing highs and lows before the New York market opens. Okay, so basically let's try to pretend that we still don't see anything that is on the right side of this red line that represents the New York market open. So what do we have over here? We have immediately, I can see one bearish fair value gap like this. Then what do we have over here? We have another fair value gap like this. And then where is the closest swing low? It's right now here, okay? That was at this point in time still unmitigated. And where is the closest not touched swing high? Okay, it's over here. Okay, so basically you see like this. Okay, let's try to imagine that we don't see anything that is right now here. You see the following situation, okay? Then we can see that we are right now here in this bearish fair value gap, okay? So what can we expect? We can expect the price to go maybe a little bit higher, maybe sweep this particular high and then continue lower, okay? Why? Because we are already going slowly higher and higher and higher. We are touching this bearish fair value gap, and additionally over here we have unmitigated bearish fair value gap as well, okay? So once we have all of this, we go to 1 minute chart, okay? And then we wait, okay? Simply like that. So what do? We can see then that the price went lower, okay? It started sweeping this particular 15-minute low, okay? It respected, as you can see, it respected that bearish 15-minute fair value gap. It went lower and then the price pushed higher. So what do we do in that case? In that case, we are waiting for break of structure, okay? So over here, indeed, we have break of structure with this white candle, okay? So in case that you wanted to go long, you would have to wait that the price prints one fair value gap that is below the break of structure, okay? Now you can see right now here this fair value gap, but for me this fair value gap wouldn't be that strong because it was actually the candle that broke structure to the upside also created this particular fair value gap, okay? So what do we do next? You can see that the price went higher, it pushed higher, all the way towards that 15-minute bearish fair value gap, okay? So what do we do in that case? Let me move this 15-minute low here. So what do we do in that case? In that case, we are now measuring the lows because our daily bias was bearish anyway. If we go to our here daily bias analysis, we have bearish daily bias anyway. Then we have here 15 minutes fair value gap that still hasn't been touched. So we can anticipate that we are going to go lower, okay, just because of whole bearish environment. So what do we have over here? One swing low, another swing low, which we finally break the structure over here with this black candle. So what do we do in that case? In that case, we have printed over here one like bearish fair value gap, okay? So what can you do? We mark that bearish fair value gap, and additionally we take our equilibrium now from the most recent high, which is over here, to the most recent low after break of structure, okay? So which is over here. And then we can see if that particular fair value gap that got printed after before the break of structure, okay, which is also above the break of structure, if it is also above 0.5 on equilibrium. And you can see that it is. So we can enter over here. We can put our stop loss here on 1.1 on the equilibrium. Okay, let me delete now this fair value gap and also this one. Okay, so we are like this. And then for take profit, you can, for example, target this particular low over here. Okay, so that would be more or less like your partial. And then another take profit, which was my full take profit, was then over here, this particular 15-minute low. Okay, so that's how you literally prepare, bro, for a trading session. Okay, it's not that hard. So let me repeat it again. So basically what we do is we go on 15-minute chart. Where is the beginning of the day? Over here. We go to 15-minute chart, all right? Then we mark the beginning of New York session, which is right now here. Then we mark the closest swing low, right now here. And we mark the closest swing high that still hasn't been touched before the trading. Okay, so it's over here. And then we can also mark like important fair value gaps. One is right now here, and then another one would be, yeah, literally this one over here. Okay, so we do all of this, and then once we sweep 15-minute high or low, we go to 1 minute. Okay, now this is like a little bit of a strategy. We go to 1 minute, we take a look at break of structure, for example. Where is it? It's right now here. Okay, with this black candle we have break of structure. Then we take a look if we have any fair value gap above that break of structure, and you can see that we have it over here. Okay, so over here we have a fair value gap. So then we also see if that particular fair value gap is above the equilibrium. We can see that it is. You see 0.5, it's above equilibrium. Then we can enter over here. Okay, we get extremely edging session, but we are still in the trade. Okay, and then we basically target 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. For example, we take half of the position out of the trade, and then we target then this particular swing low, which is also swing low on the 15 minutes chart. Okay, and then that would be our full take profit, and we take trade off the table. Okay, it's that simple, bro. It's that simple. So at this point, I also want then, of course, to invite you to join my Discord server. It's in the first link in the description. It's for free. Okay, feel free to join. We have daily bias analysis for indexes and crypto. We have trading breakdowns. For example, that same trade that I did is also now broken down over here. Then we also have a lot of self-improvement content, because our idea is to become better traders and stronger men, basically better traders with trading and stronger men with self-improvement. Okay, so if you like this type of content, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you for supporting me. Do the hard work, brother, and see you on top of the world.